Welcome to Bauchi in Focus, your weekly deep dive into the most pressing issues, developments, and stories shaping the pearl of tourism under Governor Bala Mohammed. I am Ibrahim Ismail, and in today's episode, we take a closer look at the administration's effort to bring in development across all sectors of the state economy. Let's get started. The present crop of leaders in northern Nigeria has been nudged to uphold and sustain the legacies of the region's founding fathers, including the late Sir Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa. The call was made during the 11th annual Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Lecture and Merit Awards held at the Government House Banquet Hall in Bauchi State. Have a look.
Of this annual lecture among 19 northern states, so that we take it to the local people or to the state people of a particular area to appreciate what has been happening and what we have been losing, and how, instead of the quality of our leadership to be growing, it's coming down. And by the time we discuss, we will find out the reason and we will find solutions to such issues. So, somebody asked me one time, a former governor asked me, why did you do Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation and you did not talk about Tafawa Balewa Foundation? I told him no. I was then the Northern State Governors Forum, and that Sir Tafawa Balewa was the Prime Minister of the All Federation. And I know that if not that the federal government has not been doing its job, all our former leaders is the responsibility of the federal government to take care of that.
His visionary leadership, guided by principles of unity, education, and economic development, continues to inspire us all. Under Sir Ahmadu Bello's leadership, the northern region witnessed significant advancements in various sectors, including education, infrastructure, and healthcare. He championed the cause of education, establishing numerous schools and institutions that have produced countless leaders and professionals who have contributed immensely to the progress of our nation. His emphasis on agricultural development, and industrialization laid the foundation for economic prosperity in the region. Sir Ahmadu Bello's legacy also includes his tireless efforts to promote unity and harmony among the diverse ethnic and religious groups in Nigeria. He was a staunch advocate for peaceful coexistence and mutual respect, values that are more important than ever in today's world. As we reflect on the theme of this year's lecture, Nature's Bounty, turning northern Nigeria's untapped resources into sustainable prosperity, we are reminded of Sir Ahmadu Bello's forward-thinking approach to harness the vast potential of our region's natural resources. His vision for sustainable development and economic self-reliance remains a guiding light for us all. Finally, on behalf of His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, and the entire Bauchi State Council of Emirs, I extend our deepest appreciation to the Chief Host, Senator Dr. Bala Muhammad, Governor Dauda Osmania, Executive Governor of Bauchi State, for his untiring efforts in supporting the cause, unity, and development in Bauchi and Nigeria as a special in Nigeria as a whole. And special gratitude to all the organizers, speakers, and participants who have made this event possible. May we continue to draw inspiration from the remarkable legacy of the late Sir Ahmadu Bello and work together to build a prosperous and united northern Nigeria. So I thank you all for listening, and may Allah continue to do us for. Thank you very much.
As the late Sardauna eloquently put in a memorable speech, we are people of many different races, tribes, and religions who are knit together by common history, common interests, and common ideals. Our diversity may be great, but the things that unite us are stronger than the things that divide us. And it is apparently so. Despite what is happening in the nation today, with the work and efforts of our foundation, the Ahmadu Bello Foundation, and so many more of its status in the North, we've been able to continuously move as a people. Yes, we are having challenges, but we are hoping, and by the grace of God, we shall overcome all our weaknesses and be the one people that Saudana can say. As we gather to honor the legacy of late Ahmadu Bello, the Saudana of Sokoto, I must commend the diligence and resilience of the Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation. Since its establishment in 2009 by the Northern State Governors Forum, the foundation has steadfastly upheld the vision and principles of our revered leader through the annual lecture series. These initiatives serve as a platform for critical discourse on issues affecting our region. And I am particularly pleased with the wisdom behind the rotation of this event among the 19 states of northern Nigeria. Hence, I am excited to note that the 2026 edition will be held in Dutse Jigawa State, which further showcases our commitment to inclusivity and shared responsibility. Past annual lectures have not only facilitated discussions and cross-pollination of ideas on our shared challenges, but also enable us to develop practical solutions to address some of these issues. And I must add here that we must double our efforts to see that whatever we come to discuss, at the end of the day, we go to implement the community or position of these lectures, because it is only then that we'll be able to move forward. Implementation rather than just the talks, we should walk the talks. This year's theme, Nature's Bounty, turning northern Nigeria's untapped resources into sustainable prosperity, is timely and relevant. It resonates with the present need to address the myriad of challenges facing our region. As highlighted by our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Mansur Mukhtar, we need to promptly confront issues such as inadequate infrastructure, limited access to education, high unemployment rates, and persistent poverty. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, over 70% of Nigerians live below the poverty line, with the northern Nigeria accounting for a greater portion of these statistics compared to other regions. The issues affecting our region are profound, but I want to assure you that as individual state governors and collectively as the Northern Governors Forum, we are committed to addressing these challenges. And here I will answer the question or demand of our leader, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, that we form we develop a development plan for the northern states. It will not be possible now to have one, because we are now individual entities, 19 of us, with separate executives and legislature, plus so many things that divide us, yes. But we have a common ground on which to unite, which is the Northern Nigeria, New Nigeria Development Company. And the whole essence of doing this is to put us around one platform where we can talk, we can discuss issues, and be able to agree on how and where to do what, and how to solve our own problems on our own.
We have brought the issue of commitment and repositioning of the northern region as encapsulated by the lecture by our erudite scholar, who has also immense knowledge of the economy and the global macroeconomic picture. Definitely with the lives of people like Dr. Mukhtar, we have no business being in poverty. But we must involve them in governance so that they can put the road map for coming out of poverty and the kind of squad that we have found ourselves. The Kimban, Kano, Definitely, you are very outstanding, and I have found your lecture very inspiring. And I'm directing the Secretary to the government to make sure that his lecture has been publicized in 7 national dailies, so that we will be able to share that knowledge with everyone that cares to get it. My fellow members from the Governors Forum that are here, and other members of the Board of Trustees, who are eminent scholars, honorable ministers, our colleagues in the cabinet, the former permanent secretary, my sister Amana, and of course the Wazir in Katago, the only consummate Waziri I used to call it. We are just small Waziris. The chief servant has always been a delight to listen to. When he talks off the cuff, he is better than written. So we are very proud of you. I think you really deserve to be the chairman of the board of trustees of this organization.
Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has reaffirmed his commitment to fostering a vibrant media landscape, describing the media as a crucial pillar of democracy and good governance. He made this assertion at the 80th General Assembly of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, held in Bauchi recently.
I was once just like them, to the vagaries of the society, to interview people and run about so that they can collect brown envelopes. We need to remunerate them very well. We need to treat them just like any other worker. We need to train them and give them all the latitude to operate as workers. Because as a reporter, you are versatile. You know everywhere. Even in this era of technology, a media man stands out as somebody who knows almost everything. You must know it before you report about it. And that is why I'm always sympathetic. When I was in FCT, I participated in the establishment of the Secretariat of the NUJ, the national body. And I also participated in making sure that I renovated and established the FCT NUJ chapter. I was about to come to your own area, but time was up. Because even in the media space, we are so differently segregated or, of course, aligned. I will do it not because she is that is a lucky person, but because I have to do it. And as she said, I will make sure I do it differently, because I have to pay back. I look at you with nostalgia, as I said in the morning, but I cannot satisfy every one of you. And that is why I put up this arrangement, in order to show you that I love you, I relish you, I admire you. And even those proprietors or investors in the media space, they hardly do it for profit. You can ask my brother Alhaji Tijani Ramadan whether he's making profits. He may not, because our GDP, our microeconomic realities is such that we cannot, it will not really fund the services. You have to heavily subsidize it. The state-owned media are heavily subsidized. So you have to live by it. It is something that is not even being confronted by technology and the new social media practices. But because some of the services we cannot afford it. Media or publicity is very expensive as well. Even we as politicians, we take undue advantage of media men. They almost do things free. And because they do it free because we cannot afford to pay the fee. In Europe and in America, the cost of media is what constitutes the bulk of the requirement for campaign and electioneering. But here it is not the case. You only need money maybe to dole out to the youth and to run up and down. I'm really with you because broadcasting is it's something that I relish. It's something I wanted to do, but I ended up being a reporter because I like the voice of some of those broadcasters in the Federal Radio Corporation. I don't miss the time. I think you have to recreate that very golden voices that we had before. In NTA, everybody was waiting for NTA at 9 because Lele Alwell Brown will come and speak in the manner that it will make your body to swing. You will feel somehow that you are listening to somebody. We need to do that. We have to recreate that professionalism. And some of them were not highly educated, but they were dedicated. And they knew how to speak. The semantics, the polemics are so excellent, better than even the Oyegoan. So I look at you as some of the finest human capital that we have.
The governor started as a journalist, so he has always, been very proud to identify with the profession of journalism. Your Excellency, I'm not going to make a long speech. We are here to dine and to drink. To drink because we don't have wine here. I would have said to dine and wine. So we would dine and then we will drink. The media, as has been said severally this morning, is the conscience of the nation. But we also remember the quote from the great Uthman Danfodio that conscience is an open wound and only truth can heal it. For most of you here, those that have come by road and those who have taken the opportunity to go around Bauchi and parts of the state, you have seen what you have seen. In terms of development, you've seen infrastructure, you've seen everything. Now, what you have seen is the truth and nothing but the truth. But the truth about this truth is that there is a paradox around it. And the paradox is what I would try to relate to what in mathematics is called inverse proportionality. Inverse proportionality, is getting something in reverse to get something, the opposite. And that exactly is what the governor has done. He has managed the little resources that we have for you to see these big things that you see, including this government house that you see this evening. So that is the paradox of our governor. He uses little resources to be able to provide the best and the biggest that you see. This, you've seen infrastructure everywhere, as I said. You have come in the night. Perhaps you would have seen this government house. You would have taken pictures and take back to your states to be able to try to, replicate it. So, as I said, it's not a night of speeches. So I welcome you on behalf of His Excellency, and I invite you on his behalf to enjoy yourself as dinner is served. And then as you take your dinner, connect, create, friendships, create relationships, so that you take this back and then continue to connect with us. On this note, I want to welcome you once again and wish you a great dinner.
In a move to drive economic growth and job creation, Bauchi State has signed a landmark Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with China's Shandong Mengxiang Group. The agreement aims to unlock the state's vast mineral resources and boost revenue generation.
It is with great pleasure and deep sense of fulfillment that I welcome you all to this very historic event, the official signing of a strategic and mutually beneficial agreement between the Bauchi State Government and the Shandong Mengxiang Group. Today's event marks not just a partnership, but a bold step towards the economic transformation of Bauchi State and a testament to our commitment to sustainable development. The foundation for this agreement was laid through years of careful planning, negotiations, and policy reforms aimed at unlocking both state kingdom's natural endowments. Shandong promised boost of abundant resources, including agricultural products of high output and quality, different types of minerals in golden reserves, and a rich tourism history. And trade, boosting of numerous physical wholesale markets, selling varieties of goods within China and to the other countries worldwide and regions. I am fascinated by the fact that we share a lot of things in common. Both state boasts of over 5.3% of the Nigeria's total land mass, with the potential for unlimited agricultural production, supported by massive water bodies with rivers, lakes, and dams. Within the sub-regional portion of Nigeria, we boast of being the largest economy in the northeastern sub-region with the highest population. The state has also been blessed with large deposits of solid minerals, including the precious metallic, industrial, gemstone, and tobacco products. Huge deposits of hydrocarbon in the form of oil and gas potentials have been discovered, with exploration and exploitation currently going on. These similarities have informed our decision to build a strong collaborative and mutually beneficial relationship through a sister-state relationship. On September 10, 2024, Bauchi State and Shandong Mission Group, a company wholly owned by the provincial government of Shandong, signed a cooperation framework agreement that set the stage for long-term collaboration in exploration, mining, processing, and export of minerals, as well as in agriculture. What we are witnessing today is the signing of two agreements built on the principle of equality, transparency, accountability, and mutual benefit. The first agreement we have signed today, established a joint venture company, BMCC Nigeria Limited, which will drive the responsible exploration and mining of mineral resources in both states through the partnership. Both state governments, through its company, Bonsel, which has the license, will retain a 20% sharing. Shandong Mission Group, through its subsidiaries, and which will give a substantial part of the capital injection, will hold 80% of the controlling stake. This is a clear departure from what we had before, where foreign companies come and get it all 100% without our equity participation. A $5 million initial investment will be committed to mineral exploration and development, with the potential for further funding based on discoveries and operational success. 2,000 hectares of land just for cassava. So that will be a cassava for Nigeria. The state will provide the needed land, which we have in abundance, and guarantees towards the successful implementation of the agreement, while Shandong Mission Group provide the funding and technical support under a strict investment agreement. Let me give my assurances that the security of investments, assets, and personnel is guaranteed under this agreement, with both parties working closely to provide a safe and stable operational environment. This is our takeaway as a state, and this is our image, the most secure and stable Nigeria. Distinguished guests, Bauchi State is undergoing a bold economic transformation. We have embarked on a strategic effort to abandon our abundant natural endowments and investment opportunities in a manner that benefit both investors and the people. We want to chart new course. Our investors' welfare and uphold their security, and most importantly, the recouping of their investment is a big concern to us. So we are more concerned to create an enabling environment for business and investment to thrive. This includes the establishment of the Ministry of Natural Resources under the capable leadership of a very dedicated commissioner, driving critical reforms in line with my administration's and Bauchi Project 1 and 2 agenda. We have also emphasized ease of doing business reforms. Bauchi State is now one of the leading states in Nigeria in terms of investment attractiveness. 3. Business administration efficiency, that is faster processing of company documentation and reduction of all bureaucratic bottlenecks. 4. Land and property registration, secure and investment-friendly property acquisition processes, infrastructure and energy access, enhanced road network, and ongoing electrification projects. Lastly, security of investment. strong partnership with federal agencies to ensure a stable business environment. To the global investment community, I say this is the time to invest in Bauchi State. The foundation has been laid, and the opportunities are immense. Several large-scale investment projects in natural resources are already in advanced stages. We are ready to see more on the way. As part of our investment drive, I am pleased to announce that the Bauchi State government is organizing one of the largest investment summits in Nigeria. This summit will showcase the significant progress we have made in creating an investor-friendly environment, as well as highlight key opportunities across multiple sectors, including mining, agriculture, infrastructure, and tourism.
That's all on this edition of Bauchi in Focus. Join us next week as we explore developments from Bauchi State. Until then, I'm Ibrahim Ismail, reminding you to stay informed and stay engaged. Follow us on our social media platforms for updates. See you next time.